welcome back to my YouTube channel, Peace Jones. Don't forget to like this video, to comment on this video, and to subscribe to this video. If you are new, welcome. And if you are an older subscriber, welcome back. All right, I am attempting to do Vlogmas this year. So this is Vlogmas video number 4. And this falls into, I guess you would say, my healing or self-motivation content. And yeah, let's get right into it, okay? This video was titled, Don't Believe the Hype. Don't fall into the hype. Don't become a slave to the hype. Be you, do you, understand things for what they are, and just be very, very content in yourself, your lifestyle, your happiness, your plans, your goals, your drip, whatever it may be, okay? Do you and learn to love doing you and being you, okay? I'm going to start this off by saying it is so amazing to be different, okay? In a society where a lot of people are just like mimicking each other's clothing styles, body types, swag, music, genre, type, rap, whatever it may be, right? It is so beautiful to be different. And when I say different, I don't mean go out and try and be different or go out and try and make yourself stand out. I mean the people that are truly, authentically just not like the rest of them, okay? And that's beautiful because it shows originality. It shows self-confidence. It shows that you have self-esteem. And it's very visible now. It used to be a point where I feel like a lot more people were different. And so it was like, oh, like, you know, they didn't really stand out. But now, because there's so few people that are different and true to themselves, it really stands out, especially on social media. It's like you can literally look at 200 different profiles. And for the most part, all of these people look the same. All these people dress the same. All their captions are the same. It's like, you know what I mean? There's no originality. But then you can come across one profile and this person is actually doing them, being themselves. They got their own ideas, their own swag, their own original behavior and mannerism and thoughts. And that person really stands out because they're not going with the flow of society. They're not believing the hype. They're not tapping into what everyone else is doing, right? And that's a beautiful thing, okay? So I have 5 different topics that I wanted to discuss within this main topic, and let's get right to it. Number 1 is stay true, okay? You were made individually to be yourself. So whenever this idea came about that it was so cool to conform to what other people are doing or imitate others, or we all have to look the same and do the same, or this is the it body, or this is the it look, or the it sound, or the it job, or the it car, or the it lifestyle. Like that was when things started to really go left, because staying true to yourself is so important. I don't care if you like thrifting your clothes. That's you. Do you? I don't care if you think that going to college is a complete waste of money and it's a scam and you're sticking to your trades. Do you? I don't care if you never want to brush your hair and you just want to have a natural look. Let your hair freely lock up on its own. You like the scruffy look. You don't want to be clean cut. As long as you clean, do you? If you like anime and other people think that's weird, do you? If you feel like you have to, I don't know, have the latest drip on, you're really into fashion, and that's actually something that you love, not that you're doing for likes or you're doing to stunt on people or whatever, right? If that's you, you love your fashion, you love your drip, you've been doing this, then do you, right? Whatever it is that is truly, authentically you, not a habit or a thing that you picked up in the past 6 months or something you're doing to get more likes or something you're doing to feel better about yourself. No, what is authentically you? See that, find that, realize that, harp on that, and just celebrate yourself in that. You don't have to be what you see other people being or what you think that you should be, okay? Next, find your thing, okay? And when I say thing, I mean a bunch of different things, okay? Find your aesthetic. This is one thing I mentioned in my how to be confident video a while back. And this was something I had to do in high school because I have like a pretty unique sense of style, right? It's more like an urban look. I like really different types of clothes. I don't necessarily match perfectly all the time. I'm not like a super girly girl. I don't like the frills and the pearls and all that type of stuff, right? But I kept finding that my girlfriends did. So naturally, I'm thinking like, oh, I'm supposed to dress like this too. This is cute. This is how girls should dress. This is what I should like. But I never felt comfortable in it. I felt very uncomfortable in it. And then I finally had to tell myself, like, this isn't your look. This isn't your aesthetic. This isn't what you like, and you're not comfortable. Who wants to wear clothes and jewelry and hairstyles that they don't even feel comfortable in? So I had to find my aesthetic. What do I like? What looks good on me? What do I feel comfortable in? And go with that. And ever since then, I've been loving my style, never changed it up. It is what suits me, right? But I'm not just talking about fashion. I'm talking about your thing in general. What is your hobby? What are your interests? What is your mindset? How do you operate? Find things that you really truly enjoy, that truly represent you and your true feelings, and go with that. If you're a really loud, outspoken person, you don't need to tame yourself just because you feel like, oh, you won't be able to have friends if you're not loud and outspoken. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not that person that's like, do you and find people that can conform to how you do it, even if it's toxic as hell. No, I'm not that person. You definitely still need to be respectful. You can't be putting anyone in harm's way. You can't just be out here wilding out. But if there are things, activities, mindsets, styles, hairstyles, hobbies, whatever it may be that are a little bit different, that you feel like, oh dang, I can't do this because other people aren't. No, do you. Like, seriously, do what makes you happy, wear what makes you comfortable, like stay true to who you are, find what you like and do it, live in it, like for real, okay? Next, it's not always as it seems, okay? Don't believe the hype. You don't know how many times I've been disappointed by certain couples' relationship goals because I believe the hype. You don't know how many times I've thought that this person doing all of this or wearing all of this had it all together, and they didn't. And that's not any like shot at them because life is life. No one's perfect. I'm never going to kick the next person while they're down or because they didn't have what they, said that they had or portrayed this lifestyle that wasn't really true. But at the same time, it's like, you cannot sit here and keep believing the hype, keep believing everything that you see. Oh my gosh, I want this and that because they have this. I mean, you literally have kids, young kids that are extremely depressed, that have self-esteem and confidence issues, and that are even suicidal. Young kids in elementary school and middle school that have developed these mindsets, I believe, very much so because of what celebrities are selling. You're putting these young girls in front of women with perfect bodies, though they're altered, but these women, these young girls are wanting to live up to these expectations. There's really no more room for error in society. You have to look perfect. You have to be perfect. You have to have this type of house and this type of car. Don't believe the hype. Do what makes you happy, okay? I remember, little story time, when I was, I believe, in elementary school, and Hurricane Isabel came through. You guys, I am from the DMV, so we were greatly affected by Hurricane Isabel. And my house got totally flooded in 2001, okay? Or 2000, whenever Hurricane Isabel was. And we had to literally get rid of everything. Like, we had to start all over. Clothes were gone, shoes were gone, whatever. So my neighbors took me to get like new shoes and clothes. And mind you, my neighbors had some money, right? Pediatrician and lawyer. And so we went to, I believe, like Rack Room Shoes or something like that. And as Black people, we like a certain type of shoe, a certain type of drip. So I'm thinking like, okay, this is what I'm used to, or this is what I want. And surely this person can afford it, but this person was offering the $20 shoe, the $30 shoe, the $15 shoe on sale. And granted, these shoes were still perfectly fine, but in my mind, I had to think, well, dang, you can afford almost anything. And it wasn't like I was trying to like take her money, like, oh, I'm gonna use her because no, it was nothing like that. But I'm thinking like, well, if my grandmother bought me these, surely you can. Or if I would buy these for myself, surely you can. But that taught me a lot, because I'm like, look, here are these two people that have more than enough money to buy this shoe that I desire 800 times over again, but they're opting for something a lot cheaper. It's called living below your means. It's called not believing the hype, okay? You do not have to keep up with everything and everyone that you see. You know that phrase, keeping up with the Joneses? Yeah, well, I don't do that because I am the Joneses. Get it? My last name's Jones. But no, seriously, I've never been about that life. I love to do me. If you don't like it, so be it. You know what I mean? I've definitely had people come to me and they're so interested in the material things. Oh, did you see this came out? And oh, I have to get this. And we look so good because we had on this and that. That's fine. And if that's what you like, by all means, go for it, right? I'm not here to bash you and say like people that wear designer or da-da-da-da. If that's what you like, then definitely go for it. Because I like certain designer items as well. But it's just not me to go drip myself down in designer. It's not me to just ball out and splurge on things that I don't really need. You know what I mean? I'm definitely the type that's like, I'm going to rock out with this until I can't rock anymore. And I don't care who likes it. It's for me to like, okay? So next, get very comfortable with yourself. This is extremely important, guys. You are in this body that you were born in, and you're going to be in this body until you die. So if you at this point in life, 40, 50, 30, 28, 25, 16, are not comfortable in this body, you got some work to do, okay? You have to find that confidence. You have to build your self-esteem to a point to where as though you aren't flipping and flopping every time you see the new thing, the new trend, someone gets in your head, someone makes you feel less than, someone compares you, someone talks about you. If you want to flip and flop every time, you got some serious work to do, okay? Part of not believing the hype is being able to stand on your 10 toes with your own morals, your own thoughts, your own ideas, your own desires, your own aesthetic, your own look, your own unique plan, style, whatever it may be, right? And solidly lock in on that. That way, no one can push you, no one can sway you based on what they like or what they think. Now, don't get me wrong, you can always be inspired, right? Sometimes you may pick up certain things that you are inspired by, certain work habits, certain ideals, certain ideas, certain fashion tips or whatever it may be, right? You can always be inspired. There's always room for that. But if you are literally picking up a different religion because you are around someone who is a certain religion, or you're picking up a whole different fashion style because you were around someone who dressed like this, or you're picking up a whole different lifestyle because you were around someone that live this lifestyle, even though you may not be able to keep up with it, you may not be able to afford it, you may not be ready for it, you are just adapting to every little thing that you come in contact with just because you want to now be that. You want to now recreate yourself as that. That's a problem. Don't believe the hype, because guess what? That hype you think you're following, you may not be cut out for it and you may not be ready for it, okay? And last but not least, learn to validate yourself. Now, this is a slippery slope and interesting topic, okay? You guys let me know in the comments what you think about it. I think there's a fine line between knowing how to validate yourself, bragging, and then just being happy and proud of yourself, okay? So I see this a lot on social media, right? Now, for me, I'm the type of person, as I mentioned in other videos, I don't like to share my plans and goals with anyone until they have manifested and I'm like one day away from, or I have already completed it, right? And that's because of prior experiences that I've had with people that truly weren't happy for me, tried to sabotage me, were really negative, whatever it may be, right? So for me, you won't know what I've done until I decide to share it, right? However, I don't share everything. Now, if it's something really big, I do tend to share it because I'm very proud. But every little thing in my life, I don't feel the need to tell people, whether that be my friends, whether that be social media. I'm not going to tell everyone everything. If I get a new job, I'm probably not going to tell social media. That's something that I don't talk about with social media. If I get some new shoes, I'm not necessarily going to post them. If I buy a new boat or some type of, I don't know, accessory, a ATV or a motorcycle, I may not post it on social media. I just don't feel like I have to tell everyone every move that I make. But that's just me. I do see people that literally tell everyone every move. I mean, every single accomplishment and move, right? So you have that. Then you have the idea of bragging, where it's just like, every single little thing you do, you have to constantly seek validation. You have to tell everyone, you have to gloat, you have to let everyone know that you're the best and you have the best and, you're getting even more and blah, blah, blah. That is bragging, because at that point, it's not you just being proud of yourself. Now you're almost trying to show people that, like, you are everything and you are, living this perfect life and you are immune to bad things and your husband's the best and your wife is the best and they've never made a mistake. It's almost like unrealistic. You know what I mean? And you don't see that. Well, I don't see that often on my social media, but when I do see it, it's very evident. I don't see that often in my personal life, because a lot of my friends are also like very private about their endeavors and their plans. And I'm perfectly fine with that. Once you let it out the box, I'm just going to be there to clap for you and be very happy for you. So I don't get offended by that. But I have at least one person in my personal life that does brag, and it's very evident, And then you have the learn to validate yourself portion of it, where it's like, validation, I feel like, should be left up to you. You and God, or you and whoever you believe in, you and your close family, maybe you and your partner. Because I feel like, matter of fact, no, I'm going to take that back. It should be left up to you and a higher power. Because I feel like if you need other people to validate you and to give you that, yes, this is good, or that, check, you did good, or that approval, you will continue to do things just for that approval, right? And I know a lot of people will say, no, you'll continue to do things and feel like you need to, share it. But I don't know if you'll be doing it just for the approval. But no, I think you will. I think there's a lot of people that go after certain things just to say that they did it, just to show that they did it, okay? I've had people literally tell me, like, yeah, well, I did this, and this, and now I feel this way. Or, yeah, I accomplished this, but now I don't really care about it. Or, yeah, I got this dude, or I got this girl, but I'm about to go do this and that with someone else. Or she or he wasn't all that they cracked up to be. And it's just like, at that point, you need to evaluate yourself. Because if you're going out and buying cars and homes and items and investing in things and marrying people and dating people and just doing all types of things just to show it, but it's not making you happy, it's not fulfilling you, it's not what you really want, you got some issues, okay? At this point, you're filling a void and you are doing things for others' approval. I'd be damned if I'm spending money or doing anything that I don't want to do, okay? Now, granted, sometimes we got to make sacrifices, so sometimes you kind of do have to do things you don't want to do, and you do have to spend money you don't want to spend, but I'm not literally going out making purchases and getting into relationships just for show. I don't need validation like that. So I think that if you learn to validate yourself, give yourself that approval, clap for yourself, make it make sense in your head before you do it, then you won't feel like you're falling into the hype or you're a slave to the hype, because you'll start to realize what's actually important to you. You'll start to really be able to decipher, is this just hype? Am I about to do this just because it's going to look good? Am I about to do this just because it's going to feel good temporarily? Am I about to do this just to get some likes or just to get a hand clap from my girlfriends or my guy friends? Or am I about to do this because this is something I've always aspired to do? This means a lot to me. This is going to make me proud. This is going to be a lifelong investment. I'm with this person because this is my true love. You know what I mean? So you really, really, really have to learn to validate yourself. That way you won't seek it unnecessarily from others. But like I said, that's a slippery slope, because sometimes people will say, well, no, I'm not seeking validation. I'm just very proud of myself. But then sometimes you'll say, well, yeah, I'm just very proud of myself. But it can kind of come off as bragging. Like I said, when you have those different add-ons to the announcement, right? So yeah, you guys, let me know in the comments below what you think about this topic, and I will see you in my next video. Peace.